Why did Count Dooku straight up tell Obi-Wan Kenobi the biggest secret in the galaxy during the Clone Wars, that Darth Sidious truly was in control of the Senate? Well, it's not as simple as Dooku just wanting Kenobi to join him, though I do think Dooku was willing to take on Obi-Wan as an apprentice and take down Sidious together. George actually said that Dooku wanted that. There is a whole different reason for Dooku saying what he did, and I was kind of shocked reading it, so stay tuned as I do read a part of the book, Labyrinth of Evil, from Dooku's perspective as he kind of looks back to that moment. And of course, please hit the like button, subscribe button. It's free! I know, crazy, and it helps me out so much. Thank you. And tomorrow I'm releasing the fanfiction, What If Obi-Wan Did Join Dooku on Geonosis? So we'll go down that path. I've got some fun ideas, so yeah, should be fun. Anyways, for some background to set the scene here, Dooku has just found out vital information. Kenobi and Skywalker have found a clue to the existence of Darth Sidious. They're pursuing more clues throughout the galaxy. Now Dooku is headed to the works on Coruscant to inform Sidious of this, and during it, Dooku reminisces on a few things, including the encounter with Kenobi on Geonosis. Alright, here's the book. The Works was very much a home away from home for the human who had carried the title Darth Tyrannus. One structure in particular, columnar in shape, round-topped, propped by angular ramparts, rising from the defiled core of the Works like a stake driven into its heart, strong in the dark side, made so by Darth Sidious. The building had been the place of Dooku's apprenticeship, just as it had served as a training ground for Darth Maul before Dooku, and who knew who or how many other Sith disciples before Maul. During the 10 years preceding the outbreak of the war, when Count Dooku of Sereno was believed to have been peddling his separatist agenda to disenfranchise worlds in the Mid and Outer Rims, he had, in fact, spent long periods of time in the Works, coming and going at will, or as of required of him by Darth Sidious. Even in the 3 years since, he had been able to visit Coruscant without fear of detection, thanks in part to unique countermeasures the Geonosians had engineered into his ship. And Dooku got out of his ship now to see his master. "Welcome, Darth Tyrannus," Sidious said as he drew nearer. "Lord Sidious," Dooku said, bowing slightly at the waist. "I spared no haste in leaving Kaon." "And took a great risk you did, my apprentice," Sidious responded. Whether by nature or design, Sidious's words came slowly. "Tell me, who is conducting this search?" Dooku exhaled with purpose. "Skywalker and Kenobi," and Sidious took a long moment to respond. "The so-called Chosen One, and a Jedi with enough good fortune to almost make one believe in luck." Without turning from the view, he added, "I am displeased by this turn of events, Lord Tyrannus. Greatly displeased." Once master and Padawan, Kenobi and Skywalker had become the scourge of Dooku's existence. On Geonosis, he had deliberately allowed them to pursue him, just as Sidious had instructed him to do. Also, as instructed, Dooku had made Kenobi aware of the existence of Darth Sidious as a means of confusing the Jedi Order, by telling them the truth.
He knew all about the corruption in the Senate, but he would never have gone along with it if he had learned the truth as I have.
The truth?
The truth. What if I told you that the Republic was now under the control of the Dark Lord of the Sith?
No, that's not possible. The Jedi would be aware of it.
The dark side of the Force has clouded their vision, my friend. Hundreds of senators are now under the influence of a Sith Lord called Darth Sidious.
I don't believe you.
In the ship's docking bay, he had demonstrated his mastery to Kenobi and Skywalker, although Skywalker hadn't been as easily defeated the second time they had dueled. Enraged, the young Jedi had proved a powerful opponent, and Dooku suspected that he had grown only more powerful since Geonosis. "Long have I watched young Skywalker," Sidious had once admitted, and all the more so of late. Dooku spoke again. My lord, the Jedi may search for others who contributed to fashioning the communications devices you distributed to Gunray, myself, and others. Also, there is the matter of Grievous's defeat at Belderone. Sidious made a gesture accepting the defeat. Do not trouble yourself about Belderone. It may suit our ultimate purpose to have the Republic believe that they have chased us from their precious core. As regards your concern for keeping secret my whereabouts, I am moved. But here, too, I begin to see a way to engineer events in our favor. He paused to consider something, then said, Yes, I begin to see the blazes along the trail Skywalker and Kenobi will follow. Sidious turned to Dooku, grinning malevolently. Their single-mindedness will deliver them into our hands, Lord Tyrannus. We will set a trap for them. Dooku allowed his skepticism to show. As remote a world as can be found in known space, my lord, is where they are currently. Nevertheless, Kenobi and young Skywalker will find their way to it. Dooku decided to take it on faith. What would you have me do? Nothing more than make arrangements, for you are needed elsewhere. Employ outsiders. Dooku nodded. It is done. One small addendum. See to it that Obi-Wan Kenobi ceases to be an irritant. Sidious sneered the name. He represents so forceful a threat to our plans? Dooku questioned. And Sidious shook his head. No, but Skywalker does. And Kenobi. Kenobi has been a father to him. Orphan Skywalker once and for all, and he will shift. Shift? Dooku asked. To the dark side, Sidious responded. And Dooku, appalled, said, My apprentice. Sidious gazed at him. In good time, Lord Tyrannus. All in good time. So there's quite a lot of stuff, but my main takeaway here is that Sidious, according to this book, actually instructed Dooku to tell Obi-Wan the truth about the Senate, simply to confuse the Jedi, because the arrogance of the Jedi would never allow any of them to actually see the truth. But what do you think of all this? Do you think Dooku was really the only carrying out orders, or do you think he actually wanted Kenobi to say yes? I do think it goes both ways. And I also found the end interesting, where it's near the end of the Clone Wars and Sidious wants Kenobi dead. He knows Kenobi is one of the only things holding Anakin back for good, and he says once Kenobi is dead, Skywalker will shift to the dark side, and then Dooku, so sad, says, Oh man, he's gonna be my apprentice, isn't he, Sidious? And Sidious is like, yeah man, totally, I'm not just planning on killing you the moment Skywalker shows any dark side flashes at all. Tragic for Mr. Count Dooku. Tough series of events for him, because we know how it goes. This trap, of course, doesn't work because it's, before Revenge of the Sith. But the trap in Revenge of the Sith to get Skywalker and Kenobi alone with Dooku and Sidious, well, it's the end of Dooku. And I do wonder, they obviously wanted Kenobi to die in there. What if Dooku would have just killed Kenobi? Does that change things? Does it change how the rest of the events in that room play out? I wonder. I really do. But that's today's video. I did see Star Wars Theory. I'm a big fan. I modeled my content after his. He does good work. He put on Instagram and I think Twitter a video of George Lucas basically talking about this exact thing. I'm not stealing videos, okay? I'm not. I had this planned for like 2 days, man. But he just put out a video of George Lucas talking about this exact thing. And George actually says this replicates the scene in Empire Strikes Back where Vader asks Luke to join him, Dooku asking Obi-Wan. And that's why I really want to explore in tomorrow's fan fiction, what if this did happen. I think it's going to be a blast. Again, I've got like 100 different paths I could take. Let me know, what you would do if Kenobi joined Dooku. What path would you go down? Because I've got a few that I've got in mind. Nothing completely solidified. I've started writing. Don't know what way I'm going to branch it off yet. Anyways, let me know what you would do. And that'll be releasing tomorrow, hopefully middle of the day. Alright, thanks for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. That's crazy. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.